sanity is so important.
It is, yeah. I need to go on vacation is what I need to do.
The beach with the drink, right?
Yeah, I want to go to Cuba again. I keep
Cuba?
changing it.
He was great.
Cuba is lovely. I'm Cuban, so I love it there, but I'm tired.
Do you speak Cuban Spanish?
Yes, I do.
What the heck is Cuban
Do
Spanish?
you,
Isn't that just
are you
Spanish?
looking for a husband? You want to get engaged?
She's got a boyfriend.
You got a boyfriend.
Cuban Spanish is different than like Mexican Spanish, it, kind of. We don't speak the same type of Spanish.
You say chancla or chancleta?
I don't really say that, but we say like mama huevo, right? That's not a
Cheetah.
nice. That's not a nice word.
But you said you're tired. Do you know that TikTok meme of King Julian that he says like, "Oh help, I can't move it no more."
No,
It's a TikTok meme. It's so hilarious.
it's
And he's
fallen
sitting
and I
in his
can't get
chair, and
up.
then he's like, "I can't move it no more." It's so hilarious.
Yeah. I don't fucking know.
Well, you should go in TikTok search and then King Julian can't move it. You will see it. It's hilarious,
Can't
literally.
move it, move. That's so stupid. That's so dumb.
So, not to like steer off, but maybe I got this. I've just found like my fortune telling birthday book. You guys want your birthday fortunes read?
Yes.
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Who wants to go first? Give me a birthday, just the day and
Okay.
month.
Dutch Buddha.
Oh, okay. Dutch.
It's the 10th of December, and I think he doesn't get close to it, but I let me surprise.
December 10th. Okay.
It's
You ready?
1982.
I don't need the year, but
That's perfect.
that's good to know. Okay. Dutch Buddha, December 10th. You are positive, honest, and sincere, and you have considerable executive ability. You are somewhat excitable, imaginative, impetuous, energetic, and capable. You have a clear and just mind. Your home is very dear to you, and you are kind and very affectionate. That's actually a really good one compared to some of these ones that I've read. Is that
That
pretty
does, that
accurate?
does, yeah, I told you they're gonna describe my birthday. That was the point. Like, but yeah, this
May
is
we
quite
see the book
accurate, yes.
itself, there, Chaplain?
What's that?
May we see the
But
book itself, Chaplain?
Yeah.
do you believe in the Chinese horoscope?
All these. That's good.
Let me change the background here. Do I believe in the
Yeah.
Chinese horoscope?
Yeah,
Yes.
me too. I'm a dog, element water, and that is like perfectly fitting to me.
Okay. So that's the book. That was your fortune that I just read. So,
Well, I loved
Okay, I'm
it.
curious now. I want
It
to
was a
know.
good one.
okay. Energy
So,
reader?
so, so Tutski wants one, but can I ask you to briefly go to a random page for me? Absolutely random as you can pick,
Just
right?
okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. Let's see. Well, there's 4 days on each thing. So I just opened up to
All right.
May 13th through May 16th, which
All
happens
right,
to
pick the
be
one on the bottom left corner.
May 14th.
Yes.
You can attain any goal you really set your heart on. You are determined, independent, dominating, and sometimes inclined to be headstrong. Your mind is clear and alert, and it absorbs and retains what you see and hear. You are sincere and generous in your love. You are a loyal friend and a bitter enemy.
It's
It's true.
Energy Raider Tootski. Somebody give me a date.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
yes.
November 23rd.
No, I will.
You go, that's fine.
You got to
Go
be
ahead.
quick. You got to be quick. November 23rd. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. I mean, like, this book has never like stirred me wrong. Like, this is one of my favorite books. November 23rd. So your birthday's coming up, huh, Tootski?
The outside of that book looks like my Spanish dictionary, my pocket Spanish dictionary. I'm serious.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it
It's
just
got like that redness to it. You know, I like that. I like that red covering.
right. It's just this little knick-knack. Okay.
I
November
wasn't allowed
23rd.
to say it. I wasn't allowed to say it, but it is a Spanish dictionary. He makes that literally up on the spot. Hey.
Okay.
It's
Well,
your
this is
No, just kidding.
all right. November 23rd, and happy early birthday to you, Tootski.
Thank you.
You are determined and venturesome, even to the point of recklessness. You are so positive in your opinions that when you know a thing to be right, it is almost impossible to move you. People sometimes accuse you of being stubborn. You are just and honest and very exciting. You love with passion and vigor.
Those are nice words.
These are actually good ones. There's some where I'm just like, oh, I can't believe I'm reading this out loud to the.
I love that response. That was a nice words, but it's totally wrong. It sounds like you.
Okay, now the two ladies. Energy reader. Oh,
13, June.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
13th June.
Of June. June. April,
Yeah,
May,
the
June.
13th.
June 13th. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to go off screen real quick so you guys can just hear me. June 13th.
Yes.
You are impulsive, energetic, and argumentative, and put more faith in your intuition than in your judgment. You are a good and loyal friend and a bad enemy. You are demonstrative in love, and your happiness in love depends on receiving as much as you give.
Wow, this is accurate.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Describes me. Yeah.
saving the best for last. Odile, what do you got?
Yeah,
January
that was a good one.
January
Yeah.
8th.
8th?
Yeah.
1-8.
Oh, this is gonna be fucked up.
Hey,
I have the same birthday as Kim Jong Un
Oh.
and
There's-
R. Kelly. It's not funny.
hey, then you've got to be like the best out of here. So let's see.
and
January 8th.
Elvis and David Bowie.
Okay, so now this is like the test control because we have 3 examples. So there's you, R. Kelly, and Kim Jong Un. Okay, so let's see who this sounds like most.
1 second. 1 second. I just need to finish pissing on a minor. All right, let me shake my dick.
That kind of speech is allowed
Okay,
on your
okay,
host.
I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay, Kim Jong Un, R. Kelly, and Abdil. You are self-reliant, cautious, shrewd, dependable, and being intuitive can easily detect deception in others. You love music, art, and outdoor sports. You will always enjoy excellent health and should live to a ripe old age.
Wow.
That's true because everybody in my family lives to be over 100. So,
Really?
yep.
All right, now I want you to read my birthdays for you. All right, my birthday is going to represent yours. It's March 3rd.
So this is like what you think my birthday is? 3-3, March 3. You have a magnetic personality and you should take care that this gift does not lead you into difficulties. You are passionate and your emotions sometimes overpower you, but your love, though fervent, is constant. You like and appreciate music and have some musical ability. I have no musical ability. So, but hey, I'll take that, Rez. When is your actual birthday? I want to peek into your nothingness. See what?
It is March 3rd.
Oh, it's March 3rd?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then I would say this is you. This is like you. Do you have musical ability?
Those who oppose this wisdom is about to get some wrath. Prophecy inscribed this epitaph, half act a fool, done with the tool too dangerous to go back to school. Man on fly. With receipts to the wind, know who this is? It's resolution. Yo, high as a kite, I close my eyes to fly my palm up in your face, on and on. We fight for truth as you grip your life. Hold that, sit down. Good night.
Nice. So just to give you guys an example of what I was talking about, like my birthday is November 5th, and mine like says like some pretty good stuff. And then November 6th, which is my cousin's birthday, like mine starts, you possess good executive ability, considerable originality, and a keen intuitive judgment. November 6th starts off, you lack self-confidence and decision. You do much better under the supervision and direction of others. You are tender and sympathetic and devoted to your family, and you should marry someone who will inspire you to aspire to your best. And I was just like, a difference a day can make. A difference a day makes, guys.
Is that a Scorpio?
Yeah, that would be both Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Y'all
I'm just saying,
crazy
like, just November 5th and then November 6th, like I like read my cousin is, and just immediately the first sentence, you lack I already like started. He was like, what? And he read it, and we don't even speak anymore. It's just like one of those like experiences where I'm just like,
Scorpios are crazy. Y'all fucking insane.
hey,
Sorry, but you are. I
Astrology.
love Scorpios, but
what's your sign? Your sign is
Capricorn.
okay. January 8th.
Hey, so Charlie, you know how you were talking about dating, like that black book, that playbook or whatever, and pickup artistry.
I referenced it, yes.
All right, so here's an approach. Here's a pickup artist approach: is that I don't date strippers, waitresses, or Scorpio.
Shut
Wait a-
up. Why don't you date strippers?
Exactly.
Why not? Why not?
Because they know too much. They know too much. You know, they know that they have nothing to be ashamed about. They know that it is the
Oh,
guy.
please.
Are you
That's
kidding me?
Yeah,
know.
they know that it is the guy who has fallen into something, not them. They've fallen into money.
You don't want a whore because it's fun.
Whoa.
It's
Strippers aren't
fun.
whores. They're dancers.
But I'm
You don't
also
want
good.
somebody to put that thing on you? Huh?
I already know.
See, okay, now this is where judgments are starting to fly here. And just to give everybody reference, my
judgment is necessary.
my sister-in-law used to be a dancer. So this
I have a
conversation kind of
reason. I have an entire story why I don't date strippers, and it has to do with the worst fellatio I've ever received. I know. I was like, isn't that like a secondary part of your career? Like, how did you fuck that up? Are you using
No,
your
it's
nails?
not.
No,
Did you get it caught
you
in
were
your teeth? What's going
assuming
on?
that's part of their job requisite, but that's a completely different profession, man.
No.
They're just there to dance.
If that, if you want to call it that.
He blowjob one time and got mad.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is I took a pole dancing class, and that was tough.
Whoa, hold on. What are you speaking about though? Like I'm a virgin. I just heard a story, and this story has changed the way I approach reality.
Yeah, me too. I've never had sex in my life.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well,
Odile, maybe you and I could, have those tequila shots in hell, even though we're virgins going to hell. And we could, have like a little meet cute of losing our virginity.
well, I guess that's the question. Do you guys have kids? Rez, do you have kids?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I'm going to take that as a no.
The hell did
Dutch.
you mean?
Keep
Dutch,
in mind,
you
I
have-
would have said the exact same thing if I was a woman.
Yeah, I know.
No, I don't have no fucking kids.
So we're all childless in this. We're free in that sense.
What makes you assume that I don't have a child?
I'm just asking around. Do you have one?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
F them
Okay.
kids.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Charlie, do you happen to have a child?
I wish I had, but you know, if you are 10 years single, it's hard to make a child.
That's not necessarily true.
No, it's actually not because my mom was never married and she still had me and my brother. So
Yeah, but
Right.
I don't do sport outside of the relationship, to say it like that.
I'm a huge supporter of virgin birth.
virgin birth.
Ha. Now I'm gonna. Don't test.
Right.
Don't test God like this, Rez. Like,
Lady.
We might just give you a second coming.
oh, you bet. You better believe it. Like that's a question I've been trying to ask on TikTok, like to all these, like proclaimers that Jesus Christ is coming soon and repent. You guys have heard these people, right?
Yep.
Like
You want to hear a bit? You want to hear a bad joke?
I don't.
Why
but-
did Why did Jesus disappoint his last date?
Why did Jesus disappoint his last day?
He promised a second coming.
that is actually pretty good.
And
not
she's
not
still waiting to this day.
okay. So like, let me ask you on that. Like, think about this as a thought experiment. Like, when and if this day comes and it officially comes, how do you think the world would be made aware that this has happened?
Apparently, everyone.
What if I told you that you've forgotten uncountable times that you've already experienced this?
Well, there's new people in the room. I'm also testing your memory recall, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But no,
I'm-
okay. I mean,
I'm
Tuski, I
testing
think
your
was
forgetfulness recall. So thank you for forgetting who you are.
well. I'm just trying to remind the room who I am. Does that work?
And I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, but this is an honest question because, like, this is gonna be like if this is true and this happens, it's gonna rank up there as like aliens coming down. It's either gonna be aliens or Jesus Christ. Like, and we all know how aliens is like being released as like maybe they do exist, but like it's a true question that I ask like believers who just like give me this lip service that like repent, Jesus Christ is coming soon. It's just like, how would you know? How would you know if he came
Well,
and he's here?
if I may reflect on that, if Jesus was so great and his greatness was so huge, then you would recognize him when you see it. Like, then he is nothing like a normal human if he is that awesome and great, So you would recognize somebody with that ability by seeing it.
But like,
In
what
today's
is he
world.
coming back to do? There are signs all over my neighborhood like Jesus is coming. What, on my face? I don't like. What is he gonna do? I don't know.
I mean, from a chaplain like answer about like what the Bible says, it says he's coming back to judge all those who say like, I believe in you, Jesus. Like he's gonna supposedly go around and test each one and see if you truly believe in God, if you are a child of God. And by that, I've already expressed that to me, that means that God is love, and anybody who abides in love abides in God, and anybody who does not know love does not know God. Like, this is what I've like mentally told myself, like, be prepared for this day, if anything, like,
That's nonsense. There is no hate like Christian love. Christians don't care about people.
that's the
He was
thing.
getting onto something else.
Like that's
Here's
one of
way
the
that I
dominoes.
see love.
I
is
always
that
have the
love
question.
doesn't exist. Just like cold doesn't exist. In space,
But see, when you
Cold
say
doesn't
love doesn't
exist.
exist to me right now, like that hurts my feelings, and I don't know if anybody else's
Cold
feels.
is
Like
simply
I
the
feel a lot of
absence
love
of
in
heat.
this room,
But
and I
I
feel a
was
lot of
yesterday
cold
with a Dutch.
in this room.
I was yesterday in a conversation with a Dutch Christian, and I always say to the Christian, if God is love, how is it love that you gonna obliterate all the non-believers and the rest only go to heaven, but the other people get literally vanished? You know, how is that love?
That's
They
a
don't
If the
care about
rapture is
other
coming,
people.
what is love about the rapture?
And that's part of like the hole in some of these believers. If you ask them like, what do you think is going to happen when this happens? They say, oh, there's going to be a rapture and all the people who are true believers and, you know, are the good people are going to get raptured into the sky. But then you think about that, even History Channel did a like documentary on it. Like people think that they're like these people raptured are just going to leave the world, which means like if you're on a plane and your pilot gets raptured, everybody on that plane is going down in the real world. You know, like it's just when you think about that's what your belief is and you speak that out loud into words and you listen to it, like it sounds absolutely ridiculous, you know? And
Well,
when
but
you,
it also goes the other way around. Like all the believers stay on earth, and earth become the new paradise, and all the non-believers get literally all obliterated and vanished. So only the believers get into the new paradise called the new world. But that still makes that every non-believer get literally punished. And I say, how is it love to only give luxury to one select people?
but see, this is the beauty of like what Jesus Christ died on the cross for, is that by saying God is love, and that anybody who knows love knows God. Anybody who abides in love abides in God because God is love. This makes any non believer also a believer in a sense that they might not even know it. It's just, okay, you don't know God, but do you know love? Truly, do you know what love is? Tell me what that love is. And if you can explain that love, then that's God, you know? But believers have twisted it to where, you know, they hear like the you know, like the LGBTQ like chants where it's just like love is love, you know? It's just like these words are saying something, but there's something that gets lost in translation mainly because of this debate like
You
stage
know
that
how insane that shit sounds? The rapture. Oh, you're gonna fly into
right, it sounds
the
absolutely
air? Like,
ridiculous,
are you
right?
crazy?
And there are people who are like, God created me, and you know, like God is my creator. I'm like, what about your mother and father? Like, you don't give them any
Any
credit?
credit? Yeah.
And then people are like, if they have like a surgery, they're like, thank God. No, thank the doctor, you dumbass.
Right. It's just these empty words. You know, it's almost like swear words where we just say things and we don't really think about like, why did I just say that? You know, like
Honestly, swear words are actually more honest.
Who cares
But
about a
I have,
swear word?
but I have to,
You're missing the point.
I have to stick up for Christianity for this moment. I mean, if God is the one that brought the cornerstone of evolution theory, so if he did the first movement and everything afterwards is domino theory, then literally God is the cause of every time that somebody is birth, even if it's 1,000 birth later, he still caused the first thing, what means he also caused the last thing because it's a domino effect.
Well,
So
you
to
can
say
you can
so
be
to
an
say I have to thank my parents, well maybe if God is the creator and started it all, then no matter that your parents made you, your parents are made by their parents, and in the end, God started the first one.
How do
exactly. But
you
you have
know
to,
that?
you should be able to work your way back like that. Like, I thank my parents and their parents for having my parents and my grandparents, you know, and then all behind that, I thank God for making all that happen. You know, like, but there are so many people who just say, like, I thank God for everything, and like, abortion is murder, but like, I love you. And it's just like, listen to like what you're saying. And maybe it's just me because I am like an energy reader. Like I can feel a change in like frequency and vibration. Like when I hear creators on TikTok speak and act,
Nobody gives a
like,
fuck about that.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I said, don't nobody give a fuck about that. Like, you don't know that. I'm agnostic. I practice voodoo, right?
Wait,
So,
if you're
like,
agnostic and you practice voodoo, then you're not agnostic.
well, it's
See, this is where like the word agnostic is just really like somebody who just accepts that you can't like deny or prove
Well, the term
that.
the term
voodoo.
agnostic
It's not a
itself.
religion.
Yeah, so the term
It's a
agnostic
perspective.
itself
It's a
means that
perspective.
you believe that God can exist, that it's possible that God exists, but
Voodoo
it
is
can't
an
be proven.
African spirituality. It's not a fucking religion.
Well, religion's defined as like an organized faith or belief. So
Don't tell me what my fucking faith is.
I'm not. I'm just defining religion.
No, I mean voodoo is almost like on the same level as what I guess people would call like witchcraft in this sense. It's just like a practice,
No.
like a ritual practice. I guess would that be accurate? Like, how would you distinguish
Lord.
voodoo for us who are like unfamiliar with voodoo?
I
Because
mean, you have to believe.
It's an African spirituality. It is not associated with God.
okay, so it's like a.
Associated with Loas.
So would you like put it on the level of like Buddhism, where it's like not a religion, it's a spiritual way of living? Is that like how I hear? Was
Like,
that
you know
accurate?
who Papa Legba is?
Who is?
Exactly.
I
Never mind.
no, I'm actually intrigued. I'm not trying to like dismiss you or anything like that. I'm actually I didn't recognize the name.
Well, you're kind of right. Buddhism is a way of life. It's not a religion because Buddhism was a man like you and me, and we don't pray to a god. We follow the knowledge of Buddha. So yeah, it's basically not a religion.
Papa Legba is a Loa. That's what it's called.
A,
It's considered like a deity, right? It's not considered a god.
Wait, what's the difference between a deity and a god?
I don't know. Why don't you Google it?
Oh, I have before, and there's not a difference.
There is to us.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Hold on. The difference between deity?
It's a
Well,
spirit.
deity is defined as a god or goddess in a polytheistic religion, divine status, quality, or nature, the creator and supreme being in a monotheistic religion such as Christianity. I don't know if those
It's
apply.
not the
Keep in mind, I'm
same
not trying to
thing.
argue with you. I'm trying to learn. Like,
Yeah,
if,
I hope we're
oh,
exploring
she left.
this question, right? I hope that that's all we're doing. So
No, it's okay.
I found what is the difference between a god and a deity? It says, though the Greek gods themselves are fictional, they fall under one of the definitions of the term deity. As Merriam-Webster tells us, one meaning of the word deity is quote unquote a god or goddess, that is a being who is worshipped, or in the case of Greek gods, was worshipped by people. So I mean,
When you practice voodoo or hoodoo, it's not really the same thing.
so voodoo it's defined as a religion practiced in parts of the Caribbean, especially Haiti and the southern U.S., combining elements of Roman Catholic ritual with traditional African magical and religious rites, and characterized by sorcery and spirit possession, effect by the practice of voodoo.
So maybe you're just like mistranslating your words or something.
Well, I mean, this is like the basis of our human language of like this word. So this is where like this is what like the cornerstone of like this word is defined as, but we each have our own like personal way of defining voodoo that doesn't fit any of this. Does that make sense? Like that's the thing about like the words today. You know, like male female doesn't mean the same as man woman. Like everybody like still like is arguing that it does. You know, like male and female.
Is very definitive. That's stupid.
Well, I mean, like I heard somebody say, a man can't become a woman and a woman can't become a man, and I told that person, your argument is worded like it's faulty. If you said a male cannot become a woman and a female cannot become a man, then your statement is solid. You cannot argue with that. And if you find anybody who tries to say, "Oh, you're wrong, you're a bigot," because a woman can become, you know, like you say, no, 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 no. I said two different things. I said male, which is a sex, and I said can't become a female, which is a gender. This is how you have to like
Sex and
distinguish.
gender are different. It's not that difficult to understand. People are stupid.
Right. I don't understand why people are like, it's biology. You're like man and woman. You know, I'm just like, you're not listening to the language. The language has changed. You know, like
Dutch, would you like to speak on that?
Well, I wanted to say, like, it sounds like I am the crazy one. Well, I think the other party is crazy. You know, gender is non existing. Gender is only existing in words, in language. Like, for example, Signor points to a man and Signorita points to a girl. And to make that difference, we made gender. Words have gender. People don't have gender. And gender is a made up thing that we start calling personality gender. It's fine by me that you do that. But in my reality, gender is fake, fictive, and not existing. And I refuse to participate in the idea that man become woman and woman become man. And if you're 18 plus, you are allowed to do everything you want. How insane you want to do it, but stay away from the kids. And don't take the rights of my sister and my mother.
so what, you know, that's a lot to process there. Tuski, you have anything
Here,
you want?
I'll take a shot at it.
I
So-
don't really want to speak because I don't want to say something to upry it.
Well, do you
Yeah.
mind if I ask you as a
what
question?
I'll do is I will take the center seat for a second here.
Okay.
That so it's said that there are not just two genders, but there are up to 700 genders now. But I feel that the law of Occam's razor states that the simplest explanation is most often, but not always, correct. Like is most often, but not always, the correct explanation. So I would say that rather than there being several hundred genders, or that there being two genders, or there being one gender, that I fully support Dutch Buddha, that there are no genders, that the brain is the brain. And we know this. We grow organoids in petri dishes that control computers and experience what it's like to be a butterfly, though they're
I just-
human brain cells.
I don't know. Like, is that? I think you need to clarify because when you say you support him, because he also said that they should stay away from kids. I don't know why we're associating P3DO with trans.
No, I didn't say that one.
No,
I
I
say
think- I
we
think
we
his,
teaching the kids
hey,
this
Dutch Buddha-
abnormality.
Yeah, Dutch Buddha. Just give me a second. I think I can Iron Man your point rather than straw manning your point. Is that that having people question their gender before their brain is fully formed, before they truly know who they are and who they want to be, which is around 24 years old, is when the brain sort of settles in, and the pruning process has sort of happened,
Okay.
like
I
more
understand that.
fully.
But
Yeah,
I
rather
want to.
than influencing that using hormones and stuff, where in some places, if a kid that is like any size or shape wants to take a hormone because they choose to identify as a certain gender,
Well, there'll be hormone
that
blockers,
they
not
that
actual hormone.
yeah, that they don't have to be 18. And
Right.
that's what Dutch is saying is the issue, is that it should be a requirement that somebody is a legal adult, like
Okay.
18,
I understand
before
that,
they
but
could
the problem is
influence like using estrogen or testosterone or
If
a
I may,
blocker.
the problem I
if I
have
may
is
add,
like, what
if
if
I
they,
may add a tiny detail, you know,
Yeah,
when
I did
children
speak
are
over you, Dutch,
confused,
so go ahead.
yeah, but when children are confused, that is normally
who
they
says they're
are
confused?
figuring out. No, listen, they are figuring out themselves, and then we shouldn't make them more confused by say they can become whatever you want. But in America, yes, it is now so far that whenever a child identifies as another gender and the parents don't approve it, the school excludes the parents of all information. And in the worst part, they take the child away from the parents because they are a danger to their own child by social norms. Then the second thing is,
I would like a
we,
source on
no,
that.
1 second. The second thing is, we chop off healthy breast of 14-year-old girls
That's a rare case. That's
because
like
they
very, very
feel,
rare, if any at all. You have to be 18 or older for any kind of surgery.
well, top
Doctors
by,
will not
by
operate. They'll
top,
lose their license if they do.
Hold
They
up.
won't operate.
no,
I
top,
promise you.
top
Hold up,
by,
Dutch. Hold up, Dutch. Go ahead, Tutski.
Well, I just really want to get a point across because, like, they're really not thinking these people are people, and they have things like nieces and nephews. Some of them are parents themselves. Like, when you say stay away from the children, when I say he's equating them to P3DOs, I mean you're assuming that they're a danger, and they're not. These are just people. These are
Oh,
just people
so
that need
it
the
does.
same
It.
amount of love as
My
you.
understanding is that he wasn't making that argument. Can
He
I
said
just?
stay away
I'm
from
just gonna
children.
bring.
I'm like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring Dutch Buddha back up here. Go ahead and turn on your mic, Dutch.
well, my point is that children should not learn on school about adult stuff already in the third grade. Like you have a book like this book is gay, and you have a book Queer King. And those books are not suitable for children, where they learn how to blow stuff and those things, and that is not normal. And I refuse
do
to
you have like
start
actual
seeing that as
evidence that this is
normal.
real stuff, or are you
We
just making claims?
He's
know
just
this is literally
repeating.
happening in the schools. You have to go to YouTube and see Parents Against School Board. You will hear what they have to say, those parents. It is disgusting what happening in schools. It is not good for the children, it's not good for society,
All
and I
right, hold up,
refuse to
hold up, Dutch.
I don't think there's so many factors that are being there's so many factors that you're not thinking about, like gender affirming care, especially in high school and stuff like that, it can significantly lower the rate of unalivement, self unalivement, right? You're not you're you need to understand that if school is not a safe place for them to feel to be themselves, if they already have decided, because a lot of kids have already decided before adults realize, it's not that they're confused, they've already decided, they know, right?
yeah, but they are not allowed to take a tattoo.
If you block that and say that they're not able to even talk about it in school, now they're just going to be even more confused. Now they're just going to be even more unsure that, like, they should be accepted, like they're not doing something wrong.
Yeah, well, they're doing something wrong by approving their delusion. Like, if children
I'm
are
talking about the children.
confused,
I'm talking about the children. You're going to say the children are doing
if
something wrong.
children are confused, they are not able to drink
And I'm
yet, they are
telling you,
not
they're not.
able to take a tattoo, or they are not able to smoke,
You
but they
understand
are
when-
allowed to make
you
life-changing
understand how children are
surgeries.
confused? Do you understand when children are confused, why they're confused? It's because of lack of knowledge, right? It's because they don't have the knowledge to understand what these things mean and what those feelings feel. If a boy who wants to be a boy wants to become a man, and then
All right, so let's take a moment on all accounts here. Let's change topics.
sorry,
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it's all good. Hold on.
if I
We're
could maybe persuade.
No, we're
Because-
we're taking a moment. We're going to change topics. We're going to let all of the debating energy come down, right? And then we're going to reapproach the topic, just because it feels like two ships are passing in the night. That there was a misconnect. You know.
Can I
is
can I
not
explain
said
it
that,
scientifically? Can I explain
that
what
somebody
what
choosing of a different gender is naturally making them a C3PO there.
Can I
Yeah.
add like a scientific explanation to what just happened that we just all experienced there? Is like, this is what we call
I've
quantum.
said that we're gonna change topics entirely.
Oh, yeah,
So
I am
choose a
kinda
completely
shifting
separate
topics.
topic.
Yeah, so this is what I call quantum entanglement. Are you guys familiar with this term, quantum
Go
entanglement?
ahead. I'm a huge fan of quantum entanglement. Welcome, Den of Iniquity. How are you?
Okay, so what is your layman's understanding of quantum entanglement?
Okay, so my layman's understanding of quantum entanglement is that I cannot be affected by something that is not directly here in this room. However,
That's
that if we are not observing myself, if all of the molecules in here were unable to observe me, and if I was unable to observe myself, and there was no camera able to observe me, yada yada, that the quantum realm can affect me, and that we can become entangled. But as I wake up and as more things start to observe me, the locality there becomes definite, and that this entanglement coheres as things become more localized. But when we are not observing, like when we enter a dreamless sleep, things can become non-local, or things can happen, spooky action at a distance, and that's where we can have dreams of all these weird and wonderful things, like how I had a dream of mitigating a potential septic issue in space, right?
I mean, to be honest, from a objective standpoint, that is not quantum entanglement.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, is that quantum entanglement isn't objective
there.
at all. In fact, quantum entanglement is purely like imaginary, in the literal and figurative sense.
Well,
What
my
about the
understanding.
observer expect?
There you go.
Sorry.
This is
Well,
so the
like, yeah,
the
in
observer
subjective
aspect
as well.
comes
The
in.
subjective, the imaginary is what I mean.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Less
Jess.
is right, for there need be no more.
And thank you for the rose, Jess. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate it.
No, happy. Hi, Deshra.
Hi, Jess.
Hi.
Okay,
It's been
so
fun. You weren't here yesterday, so I felt like a whole day was missing.
who are you talking to?
Oh, Raz, obviously.
Oh yeah, I miss you
The
too, Rez.
host.
So That's what Rez explains quantum
So
entanglement.
go ahead. Explain quantum entanglement to me in a way that makes sense to you.
Okay, so quantum entanglement simply just means like there are particles. We're all particles. You're a particle, I'm a particle, and quantum particles can exist in, like a myriad of different spaces all at once. Like this is the thing.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, I could be here with you guys right now, but I'm also, like in all my videos on my channel. So like while I'm talking to you guys here, there are people who are on my channel watching my videos who are also seeing this. So
Charlie, there's
yes.
a limitless possibility of all of your egos being watched at the same time right now for the infinity of time.
And that they might all be literally right where you are, because everything is coming from nothingness and expanding into nothingness. So reasonably speaking, that everywhere is the center of the multiverse. So you can connect with all those and you don't have to go anywhere. They're literally right here.
It's happening right now.
Right. It's just
Let's
like,
high five. Do you want a high five? I want a high five. Okay.
it's like
You know
just
the
using.
trick with high fiving? It's using your elbow. You never miss.
Can you lick your elbow? I can't.
Are we getting naughty here? Are we?
No, it's not. It's just legit.
It's physically impossible unless you're like Gene Simmons.
Why are you talking with people who are hypermobile? It just seems weird. It just seems weird for me. Elders downs, you're like discriminating against a particular group of people or what?
Hold on. So
No, the truth is most people can't lick their elbow.
I'm not suggesting I can, sorry, if anyone's curious. I'm just also commenting on the hilarity.
Well, my nickname is Elbows, so if I lick myself,
Are you hyper flexible?
So, just to answer the comment,
Sorry,
Marsha,
back to you, Charlie.
Marsha P. Johnson was an American gay liberation activist and self-identified drag queen. Known as an outspoken advocate for gay rights, Johnson was one of the prominent figures in the Stonewall Uprising. Johnson was an American gay liberation activist and self-identified drag queen. Known as an outspoken advocate for gay rights, Johnson was one of the prominent figures.
I asked to switch the topic entirely from that entire conversation. And I didn't give the prompt to return to that conversation. Understand that is
Also,
that
I'm
is
happy to
reasonable.
move on.
Yeah. So how's your day, Jess?
Hi. Well, honestly, like, weird as shit. But I met a new friend. That's dope.
Was it Elon Musk?
Shockingly not.
I met a new friend, and it was Elon Musk and his son in my dreams. There. Check it out. Follow me on this chain of logic. I'm just gonna switch to the storytelling mode thing here. All right. So.
He ultimately made the decision to sell that car to be able to get to where he is now. And when I look back on it in retrospect, if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't have done it. I would have let the company go under and I would have kept the car. Now he can afford every single McLaren on earth, but I guess that's just the difference between me and him.
Yeah, but that's cool for him, but money unfortunately doesn't bring you spiritual well-being. He wants to spend trillions upon trillions of dollars getting to Mars and then colonizing Mars, Bro, let's fix our home first before we try to go evade it.
Hey, Truth, I got a question for you, bud.